And I thought he was buying himself a watch, and it's like, surprise, a watch for you. Ah, thank you.
Cardi B's boyfriend, Stefon Diggs, knows how to make a girl feel special. On August 2nd, the rapper shows off her new jewelry stack on TikTok, and it featured an extravagant Patek Philippe watch, courtesy of her NFL boyfriend.
Cardi B just confirmed two things the internet can't stop replaying. She's with Stefon Diggs, and she's carrying his baby. That alone would own the timeline. But in the background, a courtroom fight is quietly asking a much bigger question about Stefon Diggs' off-field life. The romance is public, the rumors are loud, and the paperwork? That's where the story gets complicated. The first sparks hit back in late 2024 when whispers tied Cardi and Diggs to the same rooms, the same nights, the same energy. At first, it was denials and winks. By early 2025, the camera angles started lining up. By midsummer, the are they, aren't they talk had turned into, okay, they really might be. Then September landed, and Cardi said it out loud. Yes, they're together, and yes, a baby is on the way. Interviews painted a picture of a relationship built on healing and drive. He told her, let me heal you, and she leaned into that energy.
I'm having a baby with my boyfriend, Stefon Diggs. I'm excited. I'm happy. I feel like I'm in a good space. I feel very strong. I feel very powerful that I'm doing all this work, but I'm doing all this work while I'm creating a baby. Me and my man were very supportive of each other.
A week later, she doubled down with a playful wardrobe nod to his jersey on a big podcast, and the message was clear. This isn't a fling, this is a chapter. What made the rollout land wasn't one big announcement. It was the steady drip. Shared inside jokes, matching vibes in separate posts. A quick flash of a gift here, a caption there, and suddenly fans were reading between every line. He kept it cool, short captions and grin emojis. She kept it flirty, a little defiant, like, say what you want, we're good. The chemistry didn't need spelling out. It was the kind of quiet loud that travels on its own. And there was timing. She'd just closed one door and was very publicly opening another, choosing joy over explanations.
Cardi B breaks her silence on boyfriend Stefon Diggs' paternity drama. During an Instagram Live September 20th, the rapper, who's currently expecting her first child with the NFL player, seemingly addresses the claims he fathered another child earlier this year.
He leaned into it not with paragraphs but presence, showing up, not over-talking it, letting the pictures do the heavy lifting. That's why the story stuck. It felt like momentum, not a stunt. But while the couple was making it cute in public, a different soundtrack was building online. Internet culture has a way of turning whispers into megaphones, and DJ Academics is one of the loudest. In late 2024 and again across follow-up streams, he dropped claims that Stefon was moving like a free agent, allegedly linking with industry women, even other men's girlfriends. That clip made its rounds because it checked every box. Celebrity, sports, relationship chaos, and just enough detail to sound dangerous.
All right.
Currently, this is internet chatter, not a verdict. Still, the idea landed, and the narrative started writing itself. Why did it stick? Confidence plus cadence. He talks like he's got a group chat full of receipts, hints at names without saying them, sketches timelines without pinning them down. That ambiguity is catnip for the algorithm. Fans fill the gaps, reaction pages clip the spiciest 12 seconds, and suddenly suggestion feels like certainty. By the time any nuance shows up, the first impression has already sprinted 3 laps around the internet. There's also the incentive problem. Outrage pays, restraint doesn't. A coy "I heard this and that" travels farther than a careful "we don't know yet."
I'm very dramatic.
Cardi.
I'm dramatic.
Cardi B is clearing up chatter about her boyfriend. 2 months after the rapper and NFL player Stefon Diggs faced breakup rumors, Cardi, who's pregnant with his baby, revealed during her September 23rd appearance on the Call Her Daddy podcast the lighthearted reason she deleted their joint picture.
So the most shareable take becomes the loudest truth, even when it's still unverified. Then the echo chamber kicks in. Sports blogs quote the stream, celebrity pages quote the blogs, and fan accounts quote them all. One source becomes a chorus. And once a chorus forms, every unrelated moment is read like a clue. A cryptic caption? Proof. A late-night sighting? Proof. A photo with no context? Proof. That's how reputations get built online. Not with documents, but with vibes. We're labeling it what it is, commentary, not confirmation, because the difference matters. And then an old locker room moment came back like gasoline near a spark.
So first thing first, we're gonna put on a watch, and this is a Patek Philippe. My boo-boo got it for me at London Jewelers. You know, I went to link up with him at London Jewelers, and I thought he was buying himself a watch, and it's like, surprise, a watch for you. Ah, thank you.
Viral throwback. Teammates were asked which player they'd least want dating their sister, and a bunch of them joked the same name, Stefon Diggs. Funny? Definitely. Damning? Not by itself. NFL locker rooms talk in jokes, echoes, and inside code. It added color to the narrative, but not evidence. Still, when the internet already believes a story, even a joke can feel like a receipt. What really fueled it was the edit. Quick cuts, big laughs, no setup about how these bits are designed to roast the most charismatic guy in the room. Selection bias kicked in, dozens of answers get filmed, only the spiciest survive the crop. Then it gets memified. Captions, reaction stitches, say less comments until banter starts reading like backstory. Add in the time gap. Old clip, new rumors, and the brain fills blanks. If they joke then, it must mean something now.
That's your baby daddy? That's my baby daddy too, girl. Well, what now? I don't know. We'll figure it out. This comment from Cardi comes just days after news surfaced that Stefon was at the center of a paternity lawsuit.
Reality check. Players often give playful, not my sister answers about talkative stars, pranksters, or the guy who chirps the most, not the villain of the team. It's status as much as shade. Without context, the punchline becomes a profile. That's how a 30-second laugh turns into a reputation builder. Not because it proves anything, but because it feels like it does. And feelings travel faster than facts. But the internet's favorite receipts aren't punchlines, they're filings. And suddenly, filings appeared. In December 2024, a model known online as Lord Giselle filed court papers saying Stefon Diggs fathered her baby girl, born April 2025. When that hit the outlets in September 2025, everyone grabbed the headline and ran. Diggs, according to coverage, didn't sign off on that claim. He's not certain the child is his. This isn't a reveal, it's a dispute. And disputes live in procedure, not in posts.
But you wiped him from your Instagram. All of the pictures are gone. What happened?
I'm very dramatic.
Cardi.
I'm dramatic. Do you guys not like that?
No.
That's the thing. Like something that to people is a big deal, to me is not a big deal at the moment.
A filing is the start, not the finish. Lawyers exchange documents. Judges set deadlines. If paternity is at issue, DNA testing gets requested, scheduled, and verified through the court. Results don't pop up on the timeline. They get filed, stamped, and sometimes sealed. Until then, nobody outside the case can say for sure what the lab will show. Allegation is not confirmation. The internet, of course, works on vibes and timing. April birth, summer soft launch romance, September pregnancy reveal. Stack those dates back to back and it looks like a plot twist. It's possible for timelines to overlap in messy ways without proving double-booked intentions. It's also possible the test could confirm paternity or not. That's exactly why the court exists, to turn noise into answers. There's also the money talk people love to skip to. Child support, custody, visitation, those aren't assumptions, they're orders. And orders only happen after facts are settled or agreements are reached. Until then, everything about who pays what and when is just speculation. Same with birth certificate chatter. In many places that can be updated after a legal finding. Nothing is final until the judge says it is. For Cardi and Stefon, that puts public optics on a collision course with private process. Fans want instant clarity. The court offers slow certainty. While everyone debates screenshots and subtext, the only thing that truly moves the needle is a result logged in a case file. And when that result arrives, whichever way it goes, the story will flip in a single sentence. Fans did the math like detectives. April 2025 is only months before Cardi's own reveal. The rumor crowd doesn't wait for lab results, they build a narrative. Reports say the model first filed back in December 2024 while pregnant. That's before the couple truly stepped into the spotlight. It suggests overlap, not proof of double life behavior. What we can say is simple: the paternity question is in a legal process. It hasn't been resolved publicly.
According to the website, the Patek watch includes 56 diamonds around the perimeter, as well as a rose gold clasp, a rose gold casing, and a sapphire crystal case back. Cardi's luxury gift from Stefon comes amid breakup rumors that began circulating less than a month ago, when both she and the wide receiver removed the photo that hard-launched the relationship.
Everything beyond that is speculation, loud, clickable, and everywhere. Here's why timelines online get slippery. People treat social posts like sworn exhibits, but photos get uploaded late, captions get edited, geotags lie. A soft launch can be months after the first dinner, and a seen together rumor might actually be two events stitched into one memory. Even due date math isn't exact. Assumptions about conception windows can be off by weeks. That's a lot of wiggle room for a story to look messier than it really is. Then comes the spreadsheet effect. Fans line up airport sightings, fit checks, interview dates, and background decor like they're piecing together a heist movie. The pattern feels airtight because every missing piece gets filled with a guess. Confirmation bias does the rest. Once the crowd believes he's outside, any overlap reads like intent. But belief isn't evidence. And evidence, if it exists, shows up in filings, not on For You pages. So the responsible read is boring but true. Overlapping optics don't equal overlapping actions. Until a result hits the case file, everything is still alleged, reported, and unverified. That's not fence-sitting, it's the only way to keep the story honest while the facts catch up. And whenever speculation gets loud, internet familiar faces jump in with their own stories. Add another layer, public commentary from people who say they knew him well. A viral rant from Winter Blanco made the rounds. Raw, personal, and built for clicks. She framed her exit as a narrow escape and painted him like a walking red flag. That kind of first-person heat travels because it feels intimate, like you're being let in on a secret. But it's still one person's story, her words, her lens, useful as context, not as confirmation. Here's why these clips hit so hard. They offer details only an insider would know. Little habits, petty arguments, the you had to be there energy. Viewers treat that specificity like proof. Then reaction channels strip the nuance, add headlines, and boom, testimony turns into a take.
According to court documents obtained by People, September 18th. The outlet reports that model Aileen Lopera, known on social media as Lord Giselle, initially filed the suit against the New England Patriots wide receiver in December 2024, while she was pregnant in order to, quote, determine a paternal relationship of their unborn baby.
The algorithm loves pain, told plainly, especially when it dovetails with a rumor cycle already in motion. One spicy sentence becomes a screenshot. The screenshot becomes a narrative, and suddenly "this is how I felt" gets read as "this is what happened." There's also the cloud economy at work. The hotter the claim, the faster the engagement, the bigger the incentive to go a little louder next time. And when multiple creators riff on the same rant, their echoes stack like evidence, even if nobody brought receipts beyond a story time. That's how reputations are built online. A loud clip here, a searing post there, and vibes start masquerading as verdicts. We're not doing that. We're labeling it what it is, claims and opinions, interesting but unverified, worth hearing but not the final word. Meanwhile, Cardi wasn't hiding. If anything, she was doubling down. Publicly, Cardi kept it playful and strong. She winked at breakup rumors by flexing a new luxury watch from Diggs. She showed up in his number with that signature Cardi styling, sporty glam, a little mischievous, and sat for interviews about healing and loyalty. That's intentional storytelling. It says we're good, we're focused. And it lands because she's one of the few artists who can shift a narrative just by posting a clip. Whatever noise swirled around them, the couple's on-record message sounded calm. We're together, we're expecting, we're moving. She also worked the rhythm only she knows, post, delete, repost, never long enough for the timeline to own the story. A gift flashes, a caption hints, a laugh in an interview smooths the edges. The signal is consistent, she's choosing joy over back and forth. Even the wardrobe nods feel deliberate. Jersey colors here, subtle initials there, tiny breadcrumbs that say locked in without a paragraph of explanation. And there's a brand calculus to it. Cardi doesn't thrive on explaining. She thrives on momentum. When the internet starts reading tea leaves, she pours a new cup. A quick flex, a soft smile photo, a line about growth, and the narrative slides back into her lane. It's not denial, it's direction. She's setting boundaries on what she'll dignify and what she'll let scroll past. That approach keeps fans leaning in. If you're rooting for love, the visuals confirm it. If you're doom scrolling for drama, the calm feels like a plot twist. Either way, she controls the pace. Short clips, clean messages, no long essays. It's public romance without the open diary. But a calm message doesn't erase a messy environment. It just sets up the real question. Sports meets music is a collision course. Two mega fan bases, endless cameras, and a rumor machine that never sleeps. Throw in a legal dispute about a newborn and commentary claiming multiple women, and you get a narrative that refreshes itself every week. The risk? When alleged private choices step on public toes, especially if those choices involve other high-profile partners, the drama can jump from gossip to real-world beef. That's when a trending topic becomes a career-level distraction. And if the paternity case delivers a clear answer, the narrative will pivot again overnight, either toward closure or a brand new storm. There's also the business layer people forget. Brands, teams, and festival bookers don't love unpredictability. Even whispers can spook sponsors, and one headline can turn a rollout calendar into a shuffle. Algorithms amplify that chaos. A single screenshot spikes engagement, reaction pages mirror it, and by morning it looks like consensus. Fans split into camps, timelines harden, and every new post gets judged against the last rumor, fair or not. And the incentives are upside down. Outrage pays, calm does not. So the loudest takes crowd the feed while the slow, verified stuff trails behind. If filings confirm paternity, the internet will call it case closed and sprint to the next angle. If they don't, people will say the vibe still feels off and keep digging. Either way, the couple stays under a microscope where silence reads like guilt and speaking up sounds like spin. That's why this story lingers. It lives at the intersection of love, paperwork, and public appetite. The facts will move at court speed, the discourse will move at swipe speed. Which one wins depends on what surfaces next and who chooses to believe it. Right now, here's what's solid. Cardi B and Stefon Diggs are together, and they're expecting. There's an active paternity dispute tied to a baby born in April, alleged by the mother, disputed by Diggs, and the outcome isn't public yet. Everything else? That's the internet talking. Streams, throwbacks, and personal rants that make for wild headlines. If you ask me, this story isn't really about one relationship. It's about what happens when private timelines, legal filings, and public love all collide on the same screen. The question isn't just what did he do? It's what becomes the truth when everyone's watching.